Building content alone usually means drowning in a sprawling mess of open tabs, scattered notes, and dead ends. Then you hit the physical friction of actual production, setting up cameras, tweaking the lighting, and recording endless talking head takes puts a strict speed limit on exactly how much you can publish. But if you replace that entire physical production phase with a highly structured data pipeline, you can run a massive media channel without ever showing your face on screen. The engine for this pipeline is Google's NotebookLM. Treat this strictly as an industrial processing unit, a tool for extreme leverage, not a basic chatbot to bounce random questions off of. Moving away from manual filming and relying entirely on automated data processing is exactly how one person sitting at a desk produces the same volume as a full media agency. Most people break the system right out of the gate. They treat NotebookLM like a standard search box, dumping in random, unverified links and hoping the output makes sense. To build an asset you can actually trust, you have to create a sealed knowledge loop. This means isolating one specific project per notebook and ruthlessly vetting every single document, PDF, or transcript before you upload it. By forcing the AI to work inside this locked perimeter, you cut off access to the wider internet. This physically stops it from pulling in outside noise or inventing fake statistics. Every response is tethered exclusively to the specific information you manually carried across. Because you put in the work of filtering the inputs up front, every piece of media you generate on the back end is guaranteed to be factually accurate. As you feed the system, you will eventually hit a hard technical limit. NotebookLM currently caps you at exactly 50 sources per project. You can bypass this restriction by gathering dozens of smaller articles or notes and combining them into one massive master document before you upload anything. But the real leverage is the Convert Note to Source feature. You prompt the AI to synthesize the raw data you've uploaded, save that summary as a note, and turn it into a brand new source. This collapses them into a single dense file. Once that compressed source is generated, you delete the original raw uploads. Instantly, all of those empty slots open back up in your workspace. To make this work, every consolidated file needs a precise, unmistakable label, so the system knows exactly what to pull when you query it later. Cycling through this compression process means your research compounds week after week, growing infinitely dense without ever bumping against that 50-source ceiling. Once your data is locked in, you stop chatting with the interface and move over to the studio panel to start actively manufacturing content. This is where you configure the system's 10,000-character instruction field. You use this space to explicitly define your tone, pacing, and brand rules, which will permanently override the factory default settings for the entire project. With your customized persona active, you direct the system to take your dense, vetted research and format it into finished deliverables. In a matter of seconds, it processes the text and spits out fully structured slide decks and video overviews, complete with pacing and visual cues. Executing this final command flips your raw, organized research into publish-ready media assets you can immediately monetize. A few years ago, producing this caliber of polished research and media required an entire team of writers, fact-checkers, and video editors working for weeks. Now, one person oversees the entire pipeline from a single screen. And this entire production environment, with its unlimited capacity for deep research and asset generation, costs exactly $0 to run. Without a massive budget barrier standing in the way, the only thing separating those who scale from those who stall is their discipline in executing the system,